This is a Native American flute, and I play it because my mother had some Native American blood in her. When my father died, I started out as a little kid playing the piano, and I loved the piano. I always loved music, but I hated practicing piano because I was a little kid, and all of my friends were out in the street playing. I couldn't play with them until I practiced the piano. I got through that a little older. I was in middle school, and I saw how attractive all the young ladies were, and I kind of wanted them to look at me somehow, and so I thought maybe if I played the guitar. And so I started playing the guitar and played in a couple rock bands, but I fell in love with folk music. I'm an old geezer. When folk music was popular, I was a young kid. And I became a folk musician. About 30 years ago, my father died, and that folk music took on another meaning because my father was Irish and English, had Murphy last name. A year later, my mother passed away, and I felt like I kind of dropped the ball there somehow. And shortly afterwards, I stumbled upon the Native American flute. And so when I play the flute, I get to hear my mother sing. So thank you for letting me hear my mother sing here today. The Native American flute teaches us an awful lot. This is the United States of Native America. And it teaches us an awful lot about our culture as Native Americans, because we live in this United States of Native America. We should all honor that culture, because that culture says that we are all related. So you're all my brothers and my sisters. You're my sons and my daughters. We're all cousins. We're family. And when we talk about momentum and stuff, we take that family, and whatever you do that's good helps me, because I'm proud of my brothers and sisters. I'm proud of my children. And when we look at things like that, we kind of ignore that competitive, egotistical thing that gets in the way of how we do things. And I'm very honored to be on this stage that with so many educated, smart people have spoken here today and will speak after me. And I'm humbled. So the end of the flute is a circle. There's a sacred hoop of medicine wheel. That's a circle is a line without a beginning or an end. It has no end. So our ancestors, my mother and my father, they're still right here in my heart. All of our ancestors. The stories in all these books are stories of people who have done wonderful, great things, and they've taken on those challenges and they've done those things, so we don't have to do what they've done. We don't have to figure that out because they've already done it. So we can take that, what they do, and take it one step further. There's also stories of people who have just failed miserably. People have made some horrible, horrible mistakes, cost thousands and thousands and thousands of lives. And we can learn from that and not go that way, because this is the United States of Native America. And that's the way we do. We learn from our ancestors. All these chairs and all the rows and this whole auditorium is full of our ancestors, because we hold on to them right here. My mother and my father right here. My parents were awesome. My dad died of lung cancer. He taught me not to smoke. And that's the way we look at things. And so this is the Native American flute. We also notice the flute is hollow on the inside. The heart and soul of that tree was taken out originally by carpenter ants and termites and wood roaches. And the woodpecker would poke holes in the branch. And one time a young man was walking through the woods and he heard the wind blow across those empty holes, and he heard. So he learned from the woodpecker and the termites and the wood roaches and the carpenter ants how to make a flute. And he took that basic flute, and he's taken it one step farther, and somebody else took it one step farther, and somebody else took it one step farther. But we all owe it to the woodpecker. The heart and soul have been taken out of there. So to find that song, I have to blow with my heart and with my soul. So I blow soft and warm. That teaches us something very important. As long as I speak to you with a soft voice, you people are all listening. This is like a library here. It's wonderful. Stop that laughing. But it's wonderful because I'm talking with a soft voice. If I come out here and start yelling and screaming at you, you're going to go, yeah, 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 yeah. Or maybe you might start yelling and screaming back at me, and the next thing we know, somebody might throw a fist or something like that. And that's because we're all related. And once we start raising our voice, we forget that we love each other as family, and we start hating each other. We forget that love. You see husbands and wives that have the deepest deepest love for each other and created a family, and they start raising their voice and they forget about that. But we're Native Americans. We're living in the United States of Native America. We should honor that culture and keep our voice soft and warm. Honor that. Whenever you hear a flute, think about that. When I play the flute, I do my absolute best. I hope you liked what I played. And I hope you listen to my music and other flute players. When we talk about R. Carlos Nakai and Mary Youngblood, a couple other flute players that I listen to, and there's hundreds more. But when I hear them, I go, oh, I like that. When I hear somebody else, oh, I like that. When I hear somebody else, I like that. And I take a composite of all that and I find my song. And so whatever your gift is, find your song, find what you love to do, find what you're passionate about, and find some good purpose in it, and make things better for me. All the speakers here have allowed me to be the flute maker I have because they do their best at what they do. Everybody here in this audience, find what you're good at and find some purpose at it, and that allows me to be a better flute player. And when you listen to flute music, maybe meditate, maybe think about things, maybe just relax, and hopefully in that, I allow you to be the best at whatever you're supposed to be, because we're family. When I look at, I love basketball, and I always wanted to play basketball with Michael Jordan because he would kick my butt. And I could learn an awful lot from him. I'd always felt sorry for it if that ever happened because I wouldn't teach him a thing and stuff. But I was never jealous of him. I was always honored by him. And anybody you watch and playing basketball these days, if basketball is your thing, whatever it is, I used to run a lot of races, and I run with Bill Rogers and things like that. And I was just, that was my brother. And he kicked my butt. And I was so proud of him. But he made me a better runner. Michael Jordan's made everybody a better basketball player. Be the Michael Jordan of whatever. Thank you. Thank you very much.